Okay. Michael, thanks for joining us at Darlington College and Martin Gray Academy. You've been meeting a few of the students today to get across the message about starting refereeing. You were very young when you got started, about 14, 15, I believe.
Yeah, that's right, 14, 15, ex-player who kind of fell into refereeing, but starting at that age gave me a chance to learn at grassroots level, learn the ropes, and then thankfully to progress from there.
For something that you didn't necessarily want to do at that age, you've done quite well out of the game, haven't you? Yeah,
definitely. As I say, it's not that I didn't want to do it, it's not something I thought I'd see myself doing in the future, but when you get involved it's kind of like a bug and you get into it. So I've done well out of it. It's turned into my career, which I'm very thankful for, but it's something that when you get involved you either like it or you don't, but obviously it's certainly worth a try.
People may not know that you actually were a junior at Newcastle and Sunderland when you were younger.
I was, yeah. I had a bit of talent but no heart, really. So I liked all the nice stuff and didn't like putting the hard work in. As a player, that obviously led to me really not making it or having a really good chance of making it. But certainly I was okay as a kid with no real desire to push on.
Right, and your dad was a referee, which must have helped in terms of your career path.
Yeah, certainly. I think that's probably the main reason. It is the main reason I became a referee. He was never pushy, he never wanted me to be a referee. It was very much there to lend a hand and have someone to fall back on for some advice. But certainly he was the reason I probably started being a referee.
What was your first game at a reasonable sort of non-professional?
First game in the Northern League, which is probably the best non-league level around here, was Whitley Bay against Washington, which will be in August 2003.
Right, how old were you then?
18.
And then I believe you had an interesting experience in your first game at Barrow as well.
Yeah, first time I beat the Barrow, been probably the February 2004. Hadn't been before, didn't know anything about it, certainly the biggest crowd referee in front of, and as you walk out, there's a steel cage around the tunnel. First time I'd seen it, it was quite an intimidating atmosphere, but great ground, lovely people, and somewhere I used to enjoy refereeing.
You were just 18 at that stage, I believe, but you'd already obviously set yourself on the path to rise through the leagues and the standards of refereeing at that point.
Yeah, I was still young, still learning as I still am now, obviously, but it was a good experience at grassroots level, really learning the ropes and learning skills that would be useful for me. So still young at the time, but I actually had quite a lot of experience through grassroots level and through junior football at the time. So thankfully it went alright and continues, so I'll continue to progress.
Your dad was a Football League referee, but obviously one of the things that's changed considerably since then is that refereeing is now a career, a professional career. How much has that, do you think, raised the standard of refereeing?
I think it drives you on because it's your job. You have to do well at your job to keep your job firstly, but it's also a bit of self-pride and self-discipline to want to be the best you can be. So it's good. It's a career opportunity towards the top of the game. It's a chance to actually live a lifestyle and work hard at the job that you have. But it's self-drive and self-discipline that actually makes sure you continue to perform and continue to stay at that level. You've
stood in a room there with students from Darlington College and the Martin Gray Football Academy. When you look around that room, do you think that they can really grasp the benefits of learning the refereeing and starting the refereeing courses and that there is a wider picture in terms of football education?
Definitely, having met them earlier today and then spoken to them, you can see the drive there to be the best they can be, whether that be as a footballer or I know they're doing the coaching aspect as well as refereeing. But you can see there's a real desire to learn, the desire to get better at every aspect of the football world, if you like. But certainly the bits I've learned today and the bits I've seen today with the staff that Martin has, there's certainly a great platform here to build on. Is
there a way as well that by becoming or knowing how a referee works that can help you as a player, do you think?
Definitely. I remember speaking to Martin a few years ago when he was in charge of Darlington about the work he does and how the relationship between a referee and a player should be mutually beneficial. So the referee wants the players to be on side, to be able to work with them, but also as a player you can use that to help you get the referee on side and have that relationship with them, because ultimately as a referee you want players to be well behaved and well disciplined, and as a player you want a referee who allows you to play the game and not be over fussy or over intrusive. So to be able to do that, have that relationship, can only benefit both sides.
And I guess one of the things that any referee is going to experience is the pressure. And you get that at under 8 level when you're refereeing on a Saturday morning, just as much as you would have it in the Premier League. How does a referee, particularly a young referee who's getting started, how do you deal with that?
I think it's all relative. On the Premier League, obviously the stakes are very high, but under 8s, as you mentioned, they still want to win the game, they still want to be the best team and score the most goals. So it's all relative, because the referees at level 1 have the experience that more senior colleagues have. So it's just learning that everybody will make mistakes from whatever level you referee at. How do I make that mistake? Why did I make that mistake? How do I get better? And an acceptance that when you walk onto the pitch, there's 22 players who will make lots of mistakes during the game, and as a referee you'll make lots of mistakes. It's just learning from that and looking to get better and get better yourself and progress through the years.
And is it good to come to places like Darlington College just so that lads like the lads who are on the course can see that referees are actually human beings as well and have got feelings and you know are just normal people?
Definitely. So I've thoroughly enjoyed this morning so far. It's nice to have that interaction with young footballers coming through, but also, as you say, it just shows we are normal people who love football, same as everybody in the room this morning, who want to put something back, have a career in the football world. And sometimes to put a face to a name is quite a good thing for both sides, just to have that relationship moving forward.
And you've not done badly out of the game so far. You're only 34, plenty of time left in it. But I mean, you've travelled Europe, you've sort of been to places around Europe and I guess the UK that normally you might not have the opportunity to see.
Yeah, certainly. Certainly in Europe and beyond, you have opportunities to visit cities and countries that you probably wouldn't normally go to on holiday, but when you get there you find that the place is really nice and the people are really nice and the culture is different, but it just helps to broaden your life really in terms of seeing different cultures and hearing different languages and seeing how different people interact and live their life, and certainly places that you would never normally go on holiday. And
the plan now is to actually referee some of these lads. Are you expecting any trouble?
I hope not. Come for a quiet day. I'm sure it'll get a bit competitive as it should do, but we're here to have a good day and have a good laugh.
Nice one, Michael. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers.